There's been a fair bit of a fuss about the Unreal Engine and the progress it's been making. And there's a tech demo here. I haven't seen this. I want to have a look at it though. In regards to how human the AI can create faces. So yeah, we're going to see what this is all about.
Hi, everyone.
Right off the bat, that's still Uncanny Valley. It doesn't sell it to me yet. Don't get me wrong, it looks great. That is the next generation of video games, but I still see a video game when I look at that. I'm not fooled yet.
Our guiding vision for Metahuman has been the democratization of complex character technologies, allowing you to work faster and see the results immediately. A character is only truly believable if its motion fidelity matches its visual fidelity, but animating at this level is hard.
That's true, actually. Teeth detail. Teeth is very hard to get right. For some reason with AI, you can spot that a mile away. Is the teeth just don't look organic enough. Whereas strangely enough, the details here are amazing around the eyes. And you'd think eyes would be quite hard to pull off because that's a very emotive feature of the body is the eyes.
Task for even the most skilled.
But that looks amazing. The eyes looking around.
Leveraged 4D capture, but this took specialized hardware and weeks or even months of processing time. While Metahuman Creator gave you the ability to generate high-quality characters, animating them still wasn't as easy. This is why I'm very excited to announce a new capability to the Metahuman product.
I don't know if he's that excited. The body language is like, she looks like she's just been dragged along. And she's got her hands in her pockets and she's like, oh, do I have to come on stage? And he's like, yeah, okay, I need someone to help support me, please.
Product, Metahuman Animator. Metahuman Animator contains the essence of our 4D pipeline, but optimized to run on a single machine. It is able to use iPhone, as well as stereo professional systems, and today, we're going to demonstrate how it works. For this, we're going to need Mel, our technician John Cook, and just the phone.
We're going to take a
Now,
selfie.
can you take your position, please?
Sure.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, she's amping up, actually.
Okay, and action.
I need performance capture to work like a mirror. I need it to capture whether I'm acting scared or angry. And sometimes, all I need is a look.
No wonder she had her hands in her pockets. That's pretty embarrassing to do. I've done acting as a kid. Like, yeah, I've done a few stage plays and such, sort of as a teenager in my 20s. And sometimes you get a role where it's like, oh, you have to play a nervous or scared character. You want to play like the confident character that's like brazy and sort of like can do what he wants. But at school, I remember I got the role where I had to be like the nervous butler that was bullied by the guy who owned the mansion. And it was just like, it was a shite role because all you could do was just be like this. And it's just like that kind of uncomfortable, you got to act it because you've been given that role. But at the same time, you know you've been given a duff part.
Cut. Thanks, Mel. That was great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Our technician, John, is currently pulling Mel's performance from the phone onto his machine where everything will be processed locally.
So we're going to
We have
create the
updated our
matrix
live
with this,
link-based
basically.
mobile app to capture all data at the best resolution possible with the device. Metahuman Animator uses video and depth data to convert
Wow, look at those artifacts.
this data into high-fidelity performance animation, and it can even use audio to produce convincing tongue animation. John is currently...
See, that's one thing I noticed, actually, if you just come back to this bit, is the AI always looks a little bit better than an actual real human doing these over-emotive... Because if you look at a real human doing those over-emotive expressions, like the angry one, it doesn't really look that good. But when it's actually jammed onto an
Some
AI,
of our best work leveraged 4D capture.
like this bit, it actually looks... You know it's an AI. It's not like I'm thinking that's a human. But it looks cooler, I think, is the way to express it. I think you can have all the special effects and it looks cooler. But if you just have a human being doing those actual emotions, it looks silly. So,
But this took specialized hardware and weeks or even months of processing time. John is currently scrubbing through the take to pick the section that he wants to process. John, are we all good with the data? Awesome. So from now on, it's
Come
just
on,
a
John.
single button click
Let's
to
do
kick off
this.
the processing, which for a performance of this length
Oh my
will take
God.
less than a minute to convert into animation. So Mel, well, that is processing.
Already
Let me show you
looking
something else.
demonic.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, this is what we refer to as your metahuman DNA.
Cool. And this is generated by the capture we made earlier, right?
Yeah, that's right. So from only 3 frames of video and depth data, we can generate a rig that predicts all of your facial expressions in just a couple of minutes.
That's where this tech is getting really interesting. It's just how fast the AI can process. Because I was using the AI that can create thumbnails or images, and it comes out scuffed a lot of the times, but it comes out with this AI this artwork that you just typed in a few words. Oh, like blue sky, orange man riding a roller coaster or something. Give it a few bits of expression and it can like create a whole piece of artwork in just a few seconds. So it's really like amping up what you can actually do.
Wow. And do you only need to do this once for each actor?
Yes, that's right. It calibrates the solver to your face so that we can produce the performance in a way that faithfully reproduces your original performance.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So let's check back on the processing, which today is on the latest CPU and GPU hardware from AMD. Metahuman Animator uses a custom
We're all going to
facial
be
solver
replaced.
and landmark detector. We can interactively look at the animation while it's being solved and compare it to your original performance. So it looks like it's almost finished. After this, is going to do
That's
one more
freaky,
pass
that
to
is.
curves
I
on the
gotta
table.
say. How he keeps like fleshing back and forth between like, you're getting like Terminator vibes here, where if you pull off the skin, it's like a metal exoskeleton or, endoskeleton, whatever the phrase is for that, on the inside.
Which is really quick. And from here on, we just need to export the animation. This takes only a few seconds.
Look at the bottom right of the. She looks like you. She does actually a bit. If you take that, I did actually think that. I can't keep stop. I can't keep going. That one looks like me. If you take off like all of the hair and the actual skin, then yeah, it looks like me. Oh yeah, look at this. Like that's all the sort of body part movements, like where the muscles are gonna sort of contract and move around.
We just need to export the animation. This takes only a few seconds.
Fun fact, someone at work used to call me the Terminator because I always look so serious. I look like Robert Patrick from Terminator 2. Just always like straight face. Unless I'm like talking to someone or, like interacting, then I'm just sort of joking around a lot. But otherwise, if I'm just walking around, I've got a very straight, serious face.
And then John needs to drop it in the level and add the audio so that we can see the result. So Mel's Metahuman should now be ready in the level. Mel, you excited to see the results?
Can't wait to see it.
So,
I need performance capture to work like a mirror. I need it to capture whether I'm acting scared or angry. And
that is funny. But yeah, no, I mean, for the fact that that's only been working for just a few minutes already, you say it's not there yet. That's like a few minutes. All they did was just have her stand in front of a camera going blah, 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 give some expressions, and you've already got an in-game video game character. That's easily passable. You're not going to look at it and think, wow, that's definitely a human, but you are going to think that's perfectly fine for a AAA video game. I mean, you got bloody Andromeda, and that didn't do very well with the facial expressions, and this was just a few minutes of work, and that's already way better.
sometimes all I need is a look.
Yeah, the mouth is definitely off. I've seen this AI as well that can sort of replace, like, it was Biden talking about Pokemon and stuff like that, and you can sort of see the mouth over his mouth a little bit. But it's still really impressive how it's done. The AI can sort of pick this up. Vaporon, yeah. A very impressive Pokemon. Give a round of applause. Well done, everyone.
Thank you all. So, Mel, what do you think?
I think it's incredible because it usually takes months between performance capture and getting any results back, so this is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And all of this is solved directly onto Animator friendly controls. In this case, we are
I would just love right now if this guy's just started fucking about like crazy with her face. And he's starting to do it already. She's just like, oh my god, there's my face up there and they're making me do all these weird poses. He's like contorting her eye and all this kind of stuff. And she just has to take it.
using a bespoke 4D rig, which we created together with WTii for Hellblade 2, but it's also ready to use on any Metahuman or any other rig that follows our new Metahuman standard. Let's have a look at that.
Having a Zoom meeting and use the AI to fill you in for you instead. People have done it with lesser avatars for sure.
I need performance capture to work like a mirror. I need it to capture whether I'm acting scared
Wow.
or angry. And sometimes all I need is a look.
So the scene take
That's something else. If it's put onto a character that doesn't look quite so human, then it definitely works more, I think. Don't you? With the actual real human characters, that was impressive how you can have essentially a different facial structure, like the more sort of tubby face or the more skinny face, and it still comes across as that person is talking, emoting, because it's the key facial parts that are being recorded that can be transplanted. But on a character that doesn't necessarily have to look fully human, I think it works a lot better.
stylized characters.
Yeah. That's bloody good.
Thank you.
There you go. Hey, Leo Zia Prior. Thank you very much there. The sub.